everyone, it's Becky. Today I wanted to share with you some different pantry tips and tricks. I think we can all agree that grocery shopping has been a little time consuming lately. Maybe we're not finding the certain items we wanted on our list, or we're finding that they don't have anything at all in the grocery stores. So keep in mind, we don't expect our meals or diet to be perfect right now. A lot of times if we look in our pantry, we can do with what we've got, and it'll usually turn out just fine. So I wanted to share with you some different staples that you might consider having in your home. And also, if you haven't looked in your pantry for a while and you're wondering if some of those food items are still good, take a look at the expiration date. You might be pleasantly surprised. A lot of your canned goods probably are good for a year or two after purchasing. So the first pantry item that you might find helpful to have on hand would be different pastas or grains, like rice and noodles. These are super easy to add to different skillet dishes. You can add these in different soups and stews, pastas obviously. They're also easy to have as a cold grain side dish too. Another option would be different oats. Obviously you can make oatmeal with oats, but these can be a good filler that you can add to meatloafs, burgers. You can make smoothies with these, add them to pancakes, and you're going to get a little bit more bulk and a little bit more fiber out of that too. Also, beans, legumes, whether these are dried or canned, they're a great option to have on hand. They're very affordable and cheap. You get some extra protein and fiber in your diet. Think Mexican dishes, that's an easy one that these can be added to with your tacos and quesadillas, but you can also add these to any soup, any stew. You can make side dishes with these with some diced tomatoes. You can make different dips with them too, like hummus or a black bean dip for an easy snack. Different canned protein options, so think about different canned fish like salmon, tuna, canned chicken. Once again, just a cheap, easy, affordable protein option for a quick lunch option. Different canned tomato products, whether this is spaghetti sauce, salsa, tomato sauce that you can thin out to use as a pizza sauce. These add a lot of flavor to your meals, and once again, think about pastas and soups. You can also use these to stew different types of meat in for skillet dishes as well. Tortillas, these are nice to have on hand because obviously you can make the obvious like your tacos and quesadillas, but you can also make burritos with these. You can make different wraps with some lunch meat for an easy lunch option. I also like to have different frozen vegetables on hand. Keep in mind, you don't just have to throw these in the microwave or put in a pot of boiling water. You can actually take a sheet pan, throw these frozen veggies on and roast them in the oven, or put them out on the grill, and they're going to turn out just as fresh ones would. Lastly, I would recommend having some different herbs and seasonings on hand. That way, if there is an ingredient that you're missing in a recipe, this can make up for some of that flavor that might be lost. So whether that be different dried herbs and spices, or having things like sriracha or capers or some citrus with some lemon or lime juice, that can really jazz up your meal as well. So hopefully you find these tips helpful. There are different apps out there too. One is called Superfood, where you can literally type in the ingredients you have on hand and it can give you recipe ideas. So that's another option that you might consider. But if you have any other ideas, let us know. We'll be happy to help. Thanks.